guy's problem?
Oh. Well, that is Edvard Munch's The Scream.
Yeah.
He's been told that if you cross this bridge, your ears will fall off. And then halfway across, his eyes fell out. And the two people behind are pissing themselves. Hold on to your ears, whatever you do.
It's sold for hundreds of millions, and it's literally just a rip-off of one of the emojis.
What is the main problem that this painting is currently having or has had?
It keeps getting stolen.
Is it copies?
No, the real problem is us, or human beings, is the truth of it. So visitors to the Munch Museum in Oslo are damaging the screen by breathing too close to it.
They need to put some sort of rail.
Yeah.
They need a 2-metre rail.
I'm amazed it's got to us as an issue. I think there's something they could have sorted out for themselves with just really like a moment's thought. But
what it is, telling, it's excess humidity. So you're right about the copies. There are 4.
There's Scream 2, Scream 3. Scream 3 is the one where Courtney Cox died, right?
They're all on cardboard, but 2 are pastels and 2 are painted. The one you saw earlier was the painted one.
that one looks less sincere. That looks he's putting it on a bit there.
And did you say about it being stolen?
It's been stolen many times.
Yeah, it has been stolen many times. In 1994, the very first version was stolen from Norway's National Gallery. It took 50 seconds for 2 men to pull up in a van, prop a ladder up against the wall, and climb in and climb out again. And they left a little note saying, "Thanks for the poor security."
Wow.
When the version from 1910 was stolen in 2004, this is less smooth, I have to say, than the 50-second one. The robbers had to ask to be shown their target because they weren't entirely sure which one it was.
What other paintings must there be there for you to know that the painting's called The Scream and not think, oh, I bet it's that one?
I don't know. We now think that Munch's figure was in fact inspired by a Peruvian mummy which he saw when he went to visit the Ethnographic Exchange Museum in Paris. It's a Chachapoya warrior who lived in the Amazon maybe around 1,000 years ago. So
He's just got his orthodontist bill.
Yes, the teeth aren't bad for 1,000 years.
Are they?
No.
Oh, that's all right.
But when it was brought to Paris, it did have a big effect on a lot of people because Paul Gauguin is thought to have been inspired by exactly the same mummy. There's a marvellous painting of his called Where Do We Come From? What Are We? Where Are We Going? And if you look down in the bottom left-hand, you can see it's thought that he was inspired by the same 1,000-year-old figure.
That's someone saying 9, 10, coming ready on.
I'm on my way.
Put your top on.
Do naked.
I don't want to. I like being like this. I like being free. I like being outside. Put your top on.
What's the problem?
Mum!
I've put a bit of ectoplasm over my groin.
You're the only one with your top off. The only one on the beach.
We'll go motorway Mooney.
Why wouldn't
We haven't all done a motorway
we
mooning,
haven't.
Holly Walsh. It's just
OK,
you.
who's done a
fine.
motorway mooning? Have you done a motorway mooning? No. Please say no.
Bridge, back me up here. You must have done
It was in France, it wasn't here.
Oh, that doesn't count?
It's different.
an auto route booty.
I thought no one will know it's me. No, I was on my own. I wouldn't take my trousers off in front of...
You were on your own? Were you driving? How does that work?
I'm a very talented driver.
I was going to say.
I was being taught how to drive a tractor once by a farmer.
Right.
And I hadn't realised that the farmer had jumped off.
How did you not notice? There's not doors or anything.
He was stood on the outside and we were talking and I thought, oh, he's been quiet for a while.
He'd fallen to his death.
We had come quite a long way and he hadn't yet taught me how to stop it.
Oh, my God, what happened?
I had to crash into a barn.
You began this story by saying, I have many skills, and then the first thing you say is you drove a tractor into a barn.
Was he OK, by the way?
Oh, well, he was just, like, waving from 2 fields away.
Did you hurt yourself when you went into the barn? Or did you come out the other side with a cow on the front?
It was the worst 3 days of my life.
The worst 3
You were driving it round for 3 days?
No. 3 days you couldn't find the brakes.
Going round and round like Father Ted.
No, I thought there was more to life than working in an office, so I thought, oh, I'll be a farmhand.
Just drive for 3 days.
No, that was the job on the second day, but I'd already had to milk cows with my hand and...
Did you do the 3rd day for being a farmer?
I said, I'm not cut out for this, I'm really sorry.
Day 1, they made you milk a cow.
Well,
Day 2, they taught you how to drive but not stop a tractor. What was the 3rd one? They were like, there's a haystack.
No, this
somewhere
is
in it's a needle. Good luck.
I've just remembered the worst thing.
There's more?
Yeah, when I was milking the cows, they know from your touch if you're new. You're in like a swimming pool that doesn't have water in it. They don't make you swim and milk them at the same time. It's just so you're on the level with their feet and you're here going, oh, come on. And the cow's tail went up and it pooed all over me because it was new. And it
Why were you behind it?
No, I was underneath
to
it.
the side.
No, but listen, that's not the worst.
That's still not the worst bit.
The worst bit is that the farmer made me stand in the courtyard while he hosed me down with a hose.
When did almond milk become so bloody popular?
When we found their nipples.
Oh, well, it's either going to be 2015 or the year 2000 BC or something.
Which are we going to go for? Is it a recent thing or is it an old thing?
Really old.
It is really, really
Really
old.
well old.
We have been replacing dairy with almond milk since at least the 12th century.
What? I was going to say that, 12th century.
Well, at
That'd be
least
my
the 12th
guess.
century.
Some poor sod when it first happened. God, cup of tea, please, in 1183.
Yeah.
What sort of milk do you want? Oh, I don't know. Well, do you want coconut milk, sheep milk, ewe milk, iguana milk, llama milk? Milk expressed by Sandra, who sits in the back office squirting it in... You got full fat in the morning, semi-skimmed in the afternoon. Milk! But it's the 12th century now, we've got this.
Well, here's the thing. There are food historians who say it was the single most important ingredient in medieval European cookery. So, one of the reasons for it is that cow's milk, often very unappetising, you have to imagine it's pre-pasteurisation days, and apparently you could pull strings of bacteria and clumps of earth from your glass, and you couldn't eat animal products on various fast days. So, almond milk, absolutely perfect. And almonds, of course, the world's oldest domesticated tree. We think human beings started cultivating them to eat somewhere around 9000 BC. I mean, it's amazing.
That's what I thought, 9,000.
Yeah. I should have asked you first. Can I just say, if you see almonds in the wild, do not eat them, OK? They're bitter and toxic. There's enough cyanide in them to kill a child. I mean, don't do that either. Don't...
There's cyanide in apple pips.
Yeah, the poison garden woman. This was part of a... thing. She said, look at that, apples. They look innocent enough, don't you? But there's just a few pips and that could absolutely wipe someone out. How many pips do you think would need to give someone enough cyanide to kill them? And a woman put up her hand and went, I reckon that's 50. And she said, you know, you're absolutely right. How did you know that? And she said, well, I trade 49 on me husband and it didn't quite work.
Was Dracula Prince of?
Transylvania.
Yeah!
No!
The darkness.
So the real-life Dracula was Vlad III Dracul. He lived 1431 to 76. He was Vlad the Impaler, basically. Nice. Yes, so named because...
You like to impale?
He loved impaling. He was born in Transylvania, but he was, in fact, the prince of the neighbouring province of Wallachia.
Doesn't have the same ring about it, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Welcome to Wallachia.
Mexican street food.
Yeah, they do. It's good.
He impaled thousands of people in his lifetime.
I went to a torture museum in Spain and they had an impaling thing and they could impale you so it went up through your back and out your shoulder.
Oh.
But you were alive.
Oh, that's horrid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did they also have bagpipes?
There is a supposed link with Transylvania, Tom. So there's a castle. He definitely didn't live there, Vlad III, but they make kind of a big deal out of it. It's called Bran Castle. But it's because Bram Stoker, who wrote Dracula, he once saw a drawing of Bran Castle in a book, and that is what he based the home of Dracula on. The actual castle that Vlad III lived in is about 150 miles away and is now a ruin.
You'd go, wouldn't you? You'd go, move back key ring.
Absolutely.
Which magnet? Maybe some olive sticks.
In 2021, so during the pandemic, the castle offered itself up as a site for people to get free doses of the COVID-19 vaccine.
Come in, I will vaccinate you. A bit
just wore fake fangs. And then, if you were vaccinated, you got free access to their... they have an exhibition of medieval torture implements. Who couldn't perform without an audience?
I mean, I would say me, but Edinburgh 2012 would...
I was booked for a fundraiser once for firemen, and it was in a field near the fire station, and no one was in the tent. So they made me start without anyone in the tent, because they said that when people hear that there's something happening, they'll come and look in.
Oh, my...
So, and because it was a fundraiser, I did do it, but all that happened is that people would periodically just look inside the tent and go, oh, God. But no one goes, oh, brilliant. I'll go and listen to that mad woman talking to herself.
Oh, brilliant. Partway through an anecdote.
So, who couldn't perform without an audience? It's not a comedian. So we're talking about sex...
Or sexual performance. So people who like being watched as a thing, like camming or something.
Like a...
Right,
yeah.
what?
Camming? So some people make their living from having webcam at home, and people give them money for all, and they do those things in their room. And some of it can be quite mundane, like folding or ironing. It's mostly not, but it can be absolutely anything. And you spend time with people just through your webcam all day.
Where do you find this? Just...
There's a thing called the internet, actually. It's really taken off, Sandy.
So I said to my son the other day, I said, darling, people keep saying there's porn on the internet, but I can't find it. He said, Mum, just type in the word porn. And I said, oh, I don't think I could be that bold. He said, maybe it's not for you.
I mean, Sandy, what were you putting in before? To not be able to find it?
Well, I don't know, I just thought it just popped up all by itself.
It only pops up if you've already been on it.
Oh.
It doesn't just seek out.
My mother is a retired primary school teacher, and when they brought interactive whiteboards into the class, she was trying to teach the children about the Victorians, and so went on Google Images and typed in Prince Albert and this interactive whiteboard.
Even I know what that is.
Like, close! How do you make it close?
Yeah, and then pop-ups.
Yeah. Prince Albert is the closest we've got to somebody who couldn't perform without an audience.
Is it like a thing where, for royalty, you had to prove that you've consummated the marriage?
To be watched.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. So Henry VI was King of England 1422 to 1461, and his wife Margaret of Anjou. They took more than 8 years to produce an heir, and there were all sorts of rumours that he was impotent or that she kept refusing. They've discovered new evidence to suggest that courtiers had to accompany them to bed to make sure that they did the deed. The Chamberlain of Henry VI used to stay in the room while they were in bed together.
On his phone.
They did finally have a baby, Edward, but it was thought to either be a bastard or a changeling. People used to believe that it was a fairy or a devil child swapped in. They were married, actually, for a year before they met. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. So the Duke of Suffolk, who was Henry's advisor, went over to France 1444 and married Margaret in his place. It used to be called a proxy wedding.
That's the most Indian shit I've ever heard.
Well, tell me what you think about this, because it wasn't just weddings that were conducted in absentia. Mary Tudor, who was the sister of Henry VIII, her marriage to Louis XII was consummated by proxy. Do you know about this?
Consummated by proxy?
Yes, consummated by proxy. So the Duke of Longueville, who was at the time a French hostage in England, he acted as a stand-in for Louis for the consummation, right? So there's a whole lot of spectators, and Mary gets her clothes off and she climbs into bed, and then the Duke takes off his stocking, his doublet and hose, from one leg, puts his naked leg in under the bedclothes and touches her with it, and everybody applauds, and that counts as having consummated the marriage.
Wow. I don't understand straight people at all.
To speak to people of the opposite sex.
Oh. Is it the QI elves?
Oh, who doesn't would be my answer.
Yeah, well, there is that. Let me rephrase it. Who seems to speak a different language to the opposite sex?
That's
fantastic, and I'll speak Danish.
Yeah.
Well, actually, interestingly, that is a sort of clue. So you say something to me.
Ja,
det kan vi da godt. Okay, that is a clue.
I think that a war has just broken out between India and Denmark, and neither of us...
No, finally, a peace accord.
After many years, the upset over butter has been solved.
It's called ghee!
Oh, sorry, it's on. Oh, we started it again. So the Urbang people of Nigeria, they have separate language variations for men and women. So it's a farming community, population of about 11,000 people in what's called the Cross River area of Nigeria. And they have a wonderful creation myth which states that there were two people, first two people on Earth, a bit like Adam and Eve, Urbang and Iwame, and God gave them a language each. And the intention was to give all tribes on Earth 2 languages, one for each sex, and then God ran out of languages. You know how that happens? Or it's possible that he made one more language than he made tribes and thought, I cannot make another tribe.
Oh. Do they say that it makes things easier? Do they prefer it that way?
They don't find it confusing at all. And if you have a look at some of the words, for example, some of them are completely different, and some of them are rather similar. For example, let's have a look at the word for clothing, the women's word, Ariga, and the man's word Nki are very, very different.
Yeah.
But then if you look at the word for book, Koshang and Oshang, they're rather similar.
Yeah.
Apparently the women's version is easier to pick up. They do less puns, which I like. Very good.
Okay.
But all children grow up speaking the female language, and the boys transition to the male language about the age of 10.
What, so, on your 10th birthday, your dad takes you to one side and says...
No, my boy.
A yam's actually in it, Tom.
No, from about the age of 3 or 4, they begin to be teased for using women's words. But by 10, you would not dream, if you were a boy, of using any of the women's words. And they don't have any gendered pronouns. Their word O means both his and hers, and they don't assign gender to words, like the French will do. Actually, about a third of the world's population speak a gendered language where inanimate objects are male or female.
I really love that.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think it influences how people think about the thing they're talking about.
And it makes you think of them as, like, nice gentlemen and ladies. Like, especially Mrs. Teapot.
Yes.
oh, Mr. Goatstand.
A survey of people that own, do you know one of those robotic vacuum cleaners?
I've got one.
Is it a boy or a girl?
He's called Victor.
He! 2/3 assigned it a gender, and 3/4 call him he.
Do you think it's the legacy of the Henry?
I think it's because he wanders around aimlessly consuming everything he sets aside.
Things are obvious trickery, though. What's the trick behind sword swallowing?
Wipe it first.
Yep.
Stop when you reach the handle. Never use a scimitar. Doesn't it just fold up?
No, no. There are people who believe. There are people who insist on believing that it is a sort of fake somehow, but it is genuine. People do.
What if it comes out it's got a bit of meat on the end?
Yeah.
I think that the actual secret of doing it is to do it really quick, and if it gets caught on anything, just jab it.
What do you think the most common complaint is when they go and see doctors?
I imagine it's gastric.
It's a sore throat. Is it? Pretty obviously, but they genuinely do suffer from sore throats. And they pop it down, and there's a limit, 61 centimetres. Any longer than 61 centimetres, you could gravely injure yourself. But anything less than 40 centimetres, and you are not recognised as a sword swallower by the Association of Sword Swallowers.
What if you're short? I mean, surely height...
You'd think, but unfortunately, the Society of Sword Swallowers has laid down 40
Yeah, because if you're a midget, you've got to stab yourself through the arse.
Nice.
And how do you not just gag immediately?
That's the point. If there's a trick to it, not a trick to it, but the secret of it is you have to learn how to overcome your gag reflexes, the first thing.
That's a very horrible, hard thing to do. I have that with that's why I cut my contact lenses, because I actually gag when I've touched my eye.
You're putting them in wrong.
Do you?
Yeah.
I can't see a fucking thing.
Put them in the front. If you pull a Pekingese tail, its eyes pop out. You know that. That's a fact.
Oh, that's the rest of my week sorted. I'm buying a Pekingese.
Oh, I line them up. It's like that. I touch my eye and I actually go...
Really? It's a 4,000-year-old art. It seems, sword swallowing. It's not a trick at all. It's a real skill.
To speak easies, which of you would have made the best bootlegger?
I want to say Rosie Jones.
You would be right.
Oh, really?
Why might that be?
I just think she gets away with a huge amount because she looks like butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. But let me tell you, it would, and it does.
Is it not to do with making illicit alcohol, then?
No, it's absolutely to do with making illicit alcohol.
But why would a female
do better?
Yes.
Is it because I'm a cute little lady?
It is.
And I'm like, ow,
alcohol?
It's the reluctance of officers to search women. It was thought inappropriate even to search cars with women in them. And lots of women, hard to believe, women took advantage of this. And they reckon female bootleggers outnumbered men by about 5 to 1. I mean, it was a really... Yeah. In some states, it was illegal for women to be strip-searched, so they would provoke officers by saying, oh, it's hidden down my bra, or, you know, wherever, and threaten to sue the officers if... I don't know why I suddenly turned terrible.
That's what you like, always like that with the police.
I know. The sworn enemies were 2 prohibition agents called Isidore Izzy Einstein and his partner Mo Smith, and there they are. They specialised in costumes. So they would turn up as German pickle packers, Hungarian violinists or whatever. My favourite is that several times Einstein, who's the one on the right, went into a bar and identified himself as a prohibition agent, and the barman thought it was hilarious and let him in.
To be fair to those 2 gents, if they were going to disguise themselves as anything, it'd be people who were too drunk at a bar.
Yeah. But wait till you see some of the disguises. So look at this. I love the one on the right.
Oh, yes.
That's very Some Like It Hot, isn't it? Yeah. Anybody know another country that enforced prohibition? Iceland. Banned all alcohol in 1915. So 20 years they didn't have alcohol at all. 1935 they legalised everything except strong beer. And full-strength beer was only legalised in 1989.
Really?
Yeah.
They come late to a lot of things. I think I'm right in saying that they didn't allow television on Thursday nights until quite recently. And they wanted people to read books on Thursday nights, have a drink and read a book.
Well, one of the things that they did do was once a month, particularly in Reykjavik, they would turn out all the streetlights and somebody would give a lecture on the National Public Radio about the stars that evening, and the lights were all turned out so that everybody could see the constellations clearly.
Oh, wow.
And I think that is a really lovely thing.
Yeah. That's amazing.
I was a guest of the Prime Minister in Iceland, and my wife and I went, and we were staying with the Prime Minister and her wife, so there was just the 4 of us in their equivalent of checkers. And we were shown upstairs to bed by the Prime Minister. She said, here are the spare towels, here is the bathroom. Or if you get up in the night, don't touch the red button. I said, oh, what happened? She said, the SAS will come. Can you get these cans that you have beside you ready for recycling, please? Get them ready to put them in the recycling. What would you do?
I would normally crush mine.
OK, go ahead.
We were told years ago by Eddie Izzard to crush them. There were specific machines to crush them.
So since then, there are newer machines which have become more automated. So they use the size and the shape of the object in order to identify them. So if you crush the can, it might not realise what it is, and it might put it in the non-recycling pile.
I don't think a lot of people know that.
We're like an information service.
It really annoys me when recycling thing says not currently recyclable, as though it's like we wish it was, but the science hasn't kept up.
Too much for it.
It's not our fault.
But also the thing is, all of the recycling facilities vary throughout the country. So you do actually have to check with your borough. The one where we are currently recording, had we crushed them, we couldn't recycle them. It just really depends on what the item is. So, for example, I have here paper. This is a receipt for the cans that we got. So which bin should these go in?
I mean, I
recycle
recycle them.
Cardboard.
The shiny paper doesn't go in, and magazines, that doesn't go in with
Why?
the paper. Because it's got the coating.
Yeah, about half of all receipts are non-recyclable.
But that's bonkers. Like, that's a responsibility.
But people don't know this, though, as well.
Yeah, but I think this should be like, these are the 25 things we recycle, and these are the things we don't recycle. It's this, and if things like half one thing and half the other, and I don't know. It's not that I want to give up, but I just feel like they're making it very difficult.
It is very complicated. These are printed on thermal paper. It's the stuff you used to get in the early fax machines, so it's coated in a kind of chemical, and they cannot be recycled because you will release the chemical into the atmosphere. It's actually sort of weird stuff. So it works by the printing on it turns black when it's exposed to heat. That's the way it works. So it only heats up the parts that are written on. If you take...
Sandy, you haven't asked if it's going anywhere nice on its holidays.
No, that I should do. Sorry. There you can see that it goes completely black. It's the chemicals that are doing that. So don't recycle those.
But if you are struggling with your recycling, you're not sure, put it in your neighbours and let them sort it out.
Question 1.
Captain's log, stardate 96778.53. Anything can happen in the next half hour. Our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to boldly go to a galaxy far, far away and become the first Earthlings to reach another star.
So, my question is, shall we get going?
Yeah.
Yes! So, here's the thing. If we are heading into interstellar space, it is not necessarily true that the earlier you set off, the earlier you will get there.
Huh?
Why is that the case?
Oh.
Is it Southern Rail?
Is it because space-time is warps, basically? So the faster you go through space, then the time changes?
No. If you set off too early, the technology on Earth will advance while you've gone off, and you'll be overtaken by rivals who've left later, but in a faster spaceship.
Oh.
They could pick you up, though, couldn't they?
They could, I suppose that's the thing, yeah.
It's like splitting tickets to get from Glasgow to London, because if you think, I'll go on the 7:30, but actually you're better to go on the 8 sometimes.
And leave it a bit later.
You don't have to change at Preston.
That's it, exactly. It's just like changing at Preston. It's exactly. So the furthest spacecraft from Earth is Voyager 1. It was launched in 1977. 40 years later, Stephen Hawking proposed an interstellar craft which would theoretically use energy from the sun to reach enormous speeds and overtake Voyager in just a few months. So the ideal point that we should set off can be found using a really simple calculation called the weight calculation. I'm sure we've all jotted this down at some point. So our recommendation is don't set off on an interstellar mission if it's going to take more than 50 years to get there. So currently, space probes can travel around 50,000 miles per hour. So it is definitely worth setting off to visit somewhere that is less than 20 billion miles away. But the closest star is about 25 trillion miles away. So probably not worth setting off to at the moment.
There's going to be a cut-off point as well, because you basically want to put a 3-year-old in a rocket, don't you? You don't want to put a 50-year-old in a rocket, because they'll be dead before that even
No,
gets...
no, because you would go into stasis. You would do it like in Alien, they've got the tubes. And you just you go to sleep in your pants, because they're always in their pants.
Yeah.
I don't know why they never wore pyjamas, but they're just
I
in
guess
their pants.
because if you think about it, pyjamas that your parents wear aren't pyjamas you're going to wear. You know, like, fashion changes, you don't want to wake up...
What's timeless? Tartan pyjamas?
Yes.
So... tartan pyjamas, so when I then wake up in 50 years when I'm at this star that you refer to...
You look like Rupert the Bear.
Anyway, here's a weird question. Why might you put chili in a condom?
Revenge.
It's to do with elephants. So
what?
This question gets weirder.
So it's to stimulate elephants.
It's quite the opposite. Elephants have the most acute sense of smell of any mammal, and they hate the smell of chili. So Tanzanian farmers want to keep them away from their land, and they've tried all sorts of things. Elephants are so clever. They've tried putting bells around their necks, and the elephant, within 24 hours, was packing the bell with their own dung to stop it ringing.
Oh, my God.
But if you put chili in a condom and attach a firework to it and throw it at an elephant, it explodes in a great cloud of spicy powder. The elephant hates it and goes away, but it's not harmed. So putting chili in a condom is a very good way to get rid of them off your land.
Ah, but if that elephant was very clever, he'd come up the next day with a gas mask.
I think you've got a passion in life a little bit when you're putting chili in condoms and throwing them at elephants. Just a little bit of you is going.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
Sorry, Sandy. What's an elephant's gas mask going to be like, for God's sake? Do they have to coil their whole trunk up? Does it have the end under the trunk.
What's so darn shocking about this map?
Is darn important?
Darn is very important, yes.
So it's something to do with knitting?
Knitting?
No, not that
Weaving.
kind of darn, where in the United States, what might darn be for?
Darn.
Darn.
People who say darn.
Yes, people who say darn. It's a euphemism for damn from 1781, and this is its jizz score, OK? It's statistics, people, OK? There was an analysis done of 9 billion words in American tweets.
Blue's bad, but orange is really bad.
9 billion words in American tweets, and then they geocoded them, so they analysed where they are, pinpointing on a map, and then they displayed them as heat maps. So this is darn, and if you look at the more the word is used, the darker the red colour, and the less it's used, the darker the blue. So it shows that darn is used very heavily in the northern central states, well, in tweets at the very least. So have a look at this one. What word do you think this map represents? There's another American swear word.
Golly.
You're close, it's gosh.
Gosh.
It's gosh.
Oh, that's Puritan.
So heavily used around Texas, you can see where the red is, and hardly at all up in New England. They don't use gosh very much.
Quite like that.
I like these ones.
Is this words that people use when they jizz? Is that what it is? Gosh darn it. I'm sorry, Miss Adam.
This show's changing, isn't it?
And I'm just trying to wrestle it back. So have a look at this one. Very heavily used in New England, hardly used in the southeast at all.
God damn.
It's asshole.
Asshole.
Yeah. Oh. That, and who thought there
Why
was
do they not use it? They don't say asshole in Arkansas.
Georgia.
Or the Carolinas.
Yeah, not used in Florida.
It's not used in Montana because there's nobody there.
That's true. It's not often you see a map of the jizz score for arsehole, is it? It's not
Not now Stephen's gone.
So here's the question is, do you think that people who swear a lot are more articulate or less articulate?
More.
Why?
Because they've got more words.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Wank and bloody and things like that. People who don't swear haven't got those words.
You were doing so well, and now you're going to hardly appear in the programme at all. No, there's a swearing fluency test, and if you do the test and you ask people to write down how many swear words they can think of in 2 minutes, the people who will succeed best are the people who are the most articulate, although it depends on what language you speak. So Japanese, very, very few swear words.
Dutch bargees, they can swear uninterrupted, most of them, for 2 minutes without repetition or hesitation.
Can they really?
Yeah, Dutch is really good. They've got, what's that word? Schwaffling.
What does it mean?
Well, you certainly couldn't say it on Dutch television. It means to bang your penis against the Taj Mahal.
Who amongst us hasn't had that urge? What colour was George Washington's wig?
Is it not a wig?
Is it?
Is the right answer.
No.
You're absolutely right. When he became president, so 1789, wigs had been fashionable for a very long time, but he didn't like to wear one. So what he did was he did his hair as if he were wearing one. As if he was wearing a wig.
Imagine if he'd become a High Court judge. That would have taken ages.
Yeah. He just pulled it back into what's called a queue, so, you know, a little ponytail there. And then he would fluff out the sides to look sort of wig-shaped and white powder, basically. But it was a lot of work, the powdering of wigs and so on. People wore a cape in order to keep the powder off their clothes. They sometimes had a paper cone to cover their nose and eyes. And the person responsible for the fact that men had to wear these wigs for years and years and years was just one bald guy, and that is Louis XIII. He had premature balding, and he didn't like it, so he started wearing a wig, and then everybody who was upper class and elite thought, oh, well, I'll start wearing a wig as well, and it became a thing. But by Washington's time, it was slightly falling out.
Dolphins drink. Oh, aren't they beautiful?
I bet they don't drink anything.
He's right. They drink nothing. Nothing at all. Excellent. As mammals like us, their kidneys can't process seawater, so they can't certainly drink seawater. And they're a bit far away from fresh water, unless they're two of those rare species in China and South America that are river dolphins. So they just metabolise everything they eat. The fat gives them enough water, but when they haven't eaten enough, then they usually die of dehydration rather than of hunger.
Yeah, I don't know why we haven't realised that before, because there's that...
He's trying to say something.
Put it in the owl!
Primitive language.
Put it in the owl! Put fat in the owl!
Funnily enough, in captivity, if you point a hose of fresh water at them, they will drink it, but then they won't eat for 2 days. They can't distinguish hunger from thirst. F*** off, I'm full.
Well, lots of people...
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people say that they are, in fact, smarter than people. But if they were, wouldn't they be saying that?
The reason dolphins don't drink is because with these, they can't get the fridge open in the supermarket. Dolphin in aisle 4. There's a dead dolphin in aisle 4. This keeps happening. He's by the Tizer. Get the nets out. No, mind the tuna. Don't get them as well.
What do elephants and ballerinas have in common?
Costumes, look.
Yeah.
It's really unethical to ride either of them for entertainment. You should do it.
If you go to the Royal Ballet and try to ride one of the ballerinas, only the Queen is allowed to ride the ones from Swan Lake.
You nearly made it through
I nearly did, but I started laughing before I had a chance to
You thought of the mental image of it.
I got it. If they look at you in a certain way, they're going to charge at you.
Is it to do with the laws of physics?
Oh, now this is
to do with how unlikely it is that you could stand on your toes as an elephant stand on things in circuses.
You are heading in the right direction, and it is to do with their toes. Elephants naturally walk on their toes, which are positioned at the front of their feet, but their heel bones are off the ground. And if we have a look at a drawing, they also have this large, fatty pad behind the toes, and that structure, so toes in front and the fatty pad behind, it gives them a longer step and enables them to spread out their massive weight. It does put enormous pressure on their feet, so if there's a hard surface, they often get very sore feet. And the ballet tiptoe technique, that is something that they have in common. It was actually first started in the early 19th century. It was considered a stunt until a wonderful ballerina turned up called Marie Taglioni. And before that, ballerinas had stood on their toes with the aid of wires. I'm sorry to give it away. And she was just a superstar. There were Taglioni mania, there was cakes, hairstyles, dolls named after her. She was a kind of star that it's hard to imagine today. And after her last performance, which was in Russia in 1842, a group of ballet fans supposedly bought a pair of her shoes. They had them fricasseed and they ate them washed down with champagne.
Wow. Werner Herzog, that's great.
Cue lighting.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh. What does the spotlight effect feel like?
It points out creeps in our presence.
Wow, that's not nice. What does that feel like?
Well, that seems to be the right answer, because they brought the lights.
What does that feel like to...
I love it.
Oh, you love it, but
it
it's
reminds me of being on stage, the only one in the room lit, the only one that can hear.
Go on, Alan.
Dreamland.
Yes, Alan, you
Darling. It's something that maybe you guys are not the right people to do.
The bad focus group. I imagine it's supposed to make you feel a bit uncomfortable and self-conscious.
Spotlight effect is the name that psychologists have given to our tendency to dramatically overestimate how much attention people are paying to us.
I don't think so, Sandy.
In 2000, students were asked to wear a bright yellow Barry Manilow T-shirt to a seminar.
In what year, sorry?
In the year 2000.
OK.
And he was, as they said...
It's a really cruel experiment.
It is. He was described as a figure of dubious renown.
Oh. That's on his passport.
Among college students.
Oh,
yeah. Anyway, afterwards, the wearers of this T-shirt were asked to estimate how many fellow students had noticed that they were wearing this T-shirt, and they overestimated by a factor of 2. So it's the spotlight effect. You think that people are looking at you, when in fact they're not really.
Well, maybe it means if you feel vulnerable, you can be seen, you're more vulnerable to a predator. You know, if you're in a herd of antelope or something,
Giving
you feel
off.
like, oh, I'm the only one they can see.
Yes.
Because you're wearing a Barry Manilow t-shirt. But of course, the cheetah in the long grass doesn't know anything about Barry Manilow. Just trying to find the slowest, weakest one.
I mean, I'm really trying to make the science that I've got match up with what you just said.
Does the spotlight effect always make us think it's something great rather than it's something
No, it's just, for
bad?
example, if you contribute in an argument, in a group discussion, people almost always overestimate the extent to which others have noted their contributions.
Hello. Let's bring this to a beautiful, beautiful conclusion. Cariad has been bitten by a snake.
What's happening to me? This is not I'm a Celebrity.
What should you do?
Sucker.
Every sense, no.
You can't afford it, love.
Even when you've been bitten
drop
by
your
a
prices.
cobra, you're going to haggle prices.
Oh, yeah.
You soon drop your prices once you've tried it.
Oh, dear. All right. So,
You tourniquet it? You
no. Right. Not even a tourniquet.
Guys, I'm dying. You haven't told me what's happened. I've been bitten by a snake.
The spider's
Stay
coming.
still. It will stay still so it doesn't go round your blood. Is that in there?
Well, if you're not near a car, but drive her to a hospital.
Take the snake if you can.
Yeah, exactly, or a photograph of it. No, I didn't say a selfie.
It's sort of implicit in the question that Cariad and I were alone somewhere. Not on the M4 or something.
No, well, yes, well, somewhere where there
I had to
are.
take drastic action
Somewhere
despite
where there
her constant demands for money.
Why am I on the M4 with you? What happened to me beforehand?
You're going to Reading! Come on! Where did you find a venomous snake on the M4? I suppose you might find it. Very unlikely,
My
but
dad
it's possible.
got bitten by an adder on the golf course.
How old
My
was he?
stepsister was a GP, said, no, that's just a scratch from a bramble, it's not a snake bite. And then his leg nearly came off, it went black. And then, so, yeah, my aunt went down to the golf club and said, are there adders in the golf club to the groundsman? And he said, oh, yes, they've been reintroduced. What sort of backward thinking is that? This is what we haven't got enough of. Venomous snakes in the long rough.
Well, it adds a little because it was getting too easy, that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer is, if you do go somewhere where you think there may be venomous snakes, find out where the nearest hospital is that has anti-venom, because that's really the best thing you can have. But in Britain, it's going to be fine. An adder is not going to kill.
I would still offer to suck you, Cariad. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Selfless.
If your friend has been bitten by a snake, all you need is car keys.
Name something that was invented in either Shaky Town or Shady Town.
I mean, I'm hoping this is a Shakin' Stevens question.
Oh!
Because I know a lot about him.
Why?
Because I was a big fan of him as a child. And you know the stuff you learn... Well, child, as a teenager.
It's inexcusable.
It's not inexcusable. He was a... Let me tell you, tomorrow is Shakin' Stevens' 73rd birthday.
No.
And I still would. Because...
Yes.
not only...
Yeah.
is he gorgeous. But when you're young, those kind of things go in. I know his birthday, favourite colour, indigo, real name, Michael Barrett, stage name, taken from his old school friend, Stephen van der Valk, who took the name.
Can I just say, I've no idea how we got here. That's all I wanted to get to seismology and geology.
Is it something to do with... Is Shaky Town something to do with, like, an earthquake machine?
It's exactly right. So, modern seismology began in Comrie Village, so it's in Perthshire. It's your part of the world, isn't it?
Up in Scotland?
Scotland, yeah.
An earthquake machine in Scotland?
Yes, it's known as Shaky Toon. How's that?
Very good. That was brilliant.
Shaky Toon. So, an incredible number of earthquakes, which you maybe wouldn't even think of in Scotland. The late 18th to the mid-19th century, thousands of earthquakes. There is a thing called the Highland Boundary Fault, and the position of this town is astride the fault. And it still records more and stronger tremors than anywhere else in Britain. It is officially Britain's shakiest town. And so they wanted to measure it, and it's the very first purpose-built seismology station in the world, known as Earthquake House. It's basically a hut in a field, if I'm honest with you.
It was like a public toilet.
I know. That's so British. Look what we've made.
Yeah, but you open the door and you can see to the core of the
It was instigated by the Comrie pioneers, basically the local postmaster. He devised one of the earliest measures for earthquakes. So a 10 was a quake that they had in October of 1839, which was felt over most of Scotland.
That's when the teapot rattles.
Yeah. So the Comrie scale is different scales of quake. So number 10, massive quake in 1839. And then number 1 I like is called just sensible.
What?
Yeah, just capable of being sensed.
It's a quiver.
Oh.
It's more of a... Oh, we've all had those.
That's a different kind of earthquake.
Is that it? Yeah. So, incredibly simple mechanism. You get 2 wooden beams. You get one going north and south and one going east and west like that, with wooden cylinders of various sizes on top. And it took various sizes of quake to get the cylinders to fall off. It's not very complicated. And then Sod's Law stepped in. They built the earthquake house. And that coincided pretty much with the end of the great era of earthquakes in Comrie.
The earthquake had just moved on.
Yeah.
Oh, they've built something. Let's go.
Yeah. But we now realise that this hut is of historic significance, and they've in fact updated it with modern equipment so sensitive it picked up the tsunami on Boxing Day 2004 in Indonesia. So that is
No way.
Yeah. Right, so we've done Shaky Toon. Let's go to Shady Town. It is, I can tell you, also in Scotland. Any thoughts?
A place where the sun never shines?
Yes, darling, it is. Lochranza on Arran. It is the UK's, possibly the world's, shadiest town. It gets fewer annual hours of sunshine than anywhere else because it sits on a sort of north-facing glen on a rainy island. It has no streetlights. I have to say, I've been there, and it is extremely beautiful, but it is also the birthplace of modern geology. So we've got 2 places in Scotland that have done wonders for the study of the planet. The man is known as the father of modern geology, James Hutton. He visited in 1787, and he discovered, it was the very first example of what's called Hutton's unconformity. And I love this because I notice it and don't know what it is, but it's a junction between different types of rock formation. And he developed the idea that such formations could only have resulted over unimaginable time, so the Earth could not be young, as the Bible claimed. So I think we can just show you with some writing on the top. Can you see how you've got the ones that are the structures that are going up like that? And isn't it incredible? Anyway, he wrote a line in a 1788 paper which has, well, it's echoed through geological science ever since. The result, therefore, of our present inquiry is that we find no vestige of a beginning, no prospect of an end. It's really lovely. Modern seismology and geology were invented 60 miles from each other in Scotland. What's the favourite tool of a lesbian builder?
Hammer!
Yes, Joe.
Jeremy Clarkson.
I'm going to give you 2 points for that.
Is it a female-to-female hose augmenter?
Wow. It's a great thought, but no, it isn't.
I don't know what that is, but it's made me aroused. Yeah. Is it a man flange? I don't know what it is, but I'm aroused again. Yeah.
I'll just show you my toolbox. That's the most excited I've been with a prop.
Wait, I think I know. Is it the special lesbian glue?
I know that. It's called a clit stick.
Clit stick? Yes. I'm writing that down. Isn't it not that special glue? No more males.
OK, I will show you...
I'm writing down clit stick also.
What's this? OK, so this...
Oh, it's one of those.
It's a flexible...
a lesbian rule.
Yeah, it remembers the shape of whatever you measure. So, for example, should I wish to measure this particular watermelon, you do it like that.
Measuring watermelons, classic lesbian.
I know, right? So then I want to measure my own head, I can do that. And it turns out I'm bigger than a watermelon, that kind of thing.
Oh.
So it was named after ones used by the ancient Greek stonemasons on Lesbos, and it was made with pliable lead, and it allows you to follow the contours of any moulding. And Aristotle talked about it. He mentioned it because it's a metaphor to argue that, for example, law and justice should be flexible and applied to specific circumstances. And today, they're not called lesbian rules anymore, which I think is a shame. They're called flexible curve rules. I just
no
think
fun in that.
No, where's the fun in that, exactly?
Bendy.
Bendy lady
Bendy
stick.
Wendy. It's a bendy Wendy.
What do you think this is called?
Punishment.
Oh, that's
Oh, it's a file.
Is
We're
it?
getting out of jail. We put it in a cake.
Is it special?
That'd be a hell of a cake, wouldn't it? It's a very coarse file. It's used for metalwork.
Hasp? Is it a hasp?
No, it's called a flat bastard.
Fat bastard.
No, a flat. Can I say?
What a fat bastard, you fat bastard!
Peaceful use can you think of for a torpedo? That's a massive torpedo being loaded onto a ship in 1943 by the Women's Royal Naval Service.
Me second from left.
That does look very like you.
Thought, have they done one of those things? They do that on this show sometimes. They Photoshop me in, usually as a female from the past, and that's what I thought they'd done.
Where does torpedo get its name from?
It's a town in Spain. That's Toledo.
I had... my little godson, when he was 6, told me he was playing a video game, one of those ones online, with other children, and he said, I have to name my animal, and it's a shark, and it goes really fast. So I called him Sharkpedo. It, and I wasn't allowed, and I said I can sort of see why. And he said I think it's because it's got a rude word in it. P.
Torpedo, scientific name for something that is not a bomb.
Oh, torpedo.
So this is an electric ray found in the Mediterranean. There it is. There was a first-century Greek physician called Dioscorides, and he recommended applying a live one of these electric rays up the seat to cure hemorrhoids.
The thing is, if they haven't gone away for ages, you will try anything.
Yeah. Well, weird... Are you sitting comfortably? One of the few ancient remedies that actually worked. It did actually work.
Did it?
Yes.
What?
Electrotherapy is still used today to treat, well, less severe hemorrhoids. Although, can I just say, the electricity is no longer administered by a fish. That's...
Use a toaster.
Yeah, you could use a toaster. Yeah.
Hair straighteners.
Yeah. I think hair straighteners is better than a toaster.
Oh, you didn't like that one, did you? That's an image you could take home with you. Are they hot enough yet? Yes!
It's so fascinating to think about the backstory to that discovery and the person who just happened to be mucking around with a fish and go, oh, my hemorrhoids have cleared up.
My dressing gown fell open.
They would have known that the ray had a pain-killing effect, so torpedo comes from the Latin to numb, torpor. But the torpedo, as in the weapon, gets its name from the Napoleonic Wars, was named after the fish, which incapacitates its enemies when it touches them.
I think I know what a twaddle basket
A twaddle basket, that's one of my favourites. What do you reckon?
Is there another word for knickers?
Oh, I've got biscuit crumbs in me twaddle. How's that happened again?
Do you not want M&S to have a twaddle basket section?
This is not just a twaddle basket.
I've got a turdoid in me twaddle basket. Pull down me twaddle basket, I'm going to have a twankle.
It's a chatterbox. And it's a word from 1688. This is the first time it's recorded, twaddle basket. It's where we get twaddle from. You know, and people say, you know, what load of twaddle, silly talk. It's from twaddle basket. Tootsicum is a term of endearment for a child or a small woman's foot. Turdoid, something that was
hang on. A child or a woman's foot.
What about mouse? with tiny feet.
Well, they're never as popular as men with big feet, are they? Turdoid, it just means that it resembles a thrush.
How disappointing.
I know, right?
I thought it was some sort of AI poo. A poo that follows instructions and gradually learns. The turdoids are taking over!
It's the longest anyone's ever gone without sex.
Ooh. I went for a whole panel show once, but I...
It's not over yet,
I can't see that happening again.
Bit of hoopla. I mean, you know.
I just think you get to a certain age and you're up for new experiences, Bill.
Yeah, go on. That's it. Once you've been with a beardie, you never go back. Well, I don't know. Is it human? You're talking humans?
No, we're not talking humans.
Of course not. You're talking something buried in the ground, like a lungfish or something.
A tortoise.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of things that live for a long time that could not have sex.
Corals.
Well, a few... No.
I beg your pardon.
No, I wasn't doing it aggressive you. It's like...
No, I didn't think you were. But now I do.
No, I had an aunt who couldn't say X. Like
Oh,
that.
OK.
X.
I love aunts like that.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, his aunt was in hospital having an operation on her leg, and the surgeon came round to check how it was, and she said to him, "It's the first time I've had my legs together for years." And of course, everyone round the bed went like that, and she had no idea.
Yes, but this is an animal. And what it is about is, when we say species have sex, what do we mean by that?
Actually...
Conjoin.
Conjoin.
Yeah. We're going back hundreds of millions of years.
Hundreds of
Dinosaurs?
Yes, we're going back to that, but we're under the sea. The first animal known to have sex as a...
Barnacle.
No. The first species to do it was a fish called Microbachius dicki.
Come on.
No, it is...
Microbachius what?
Dicki.
Dicki.
D-I-C-K-I.
The old dick-eye. The old dick-eye.
Microbachius means small arms dick.
Small arms dick.
Dick, small arms.
Dick, small arms.
Yeah. The Microbrachius dicki, 380 million years ago, was the first creature that we know of to engage in internal organ sex.
Penetrative.
Yes, penetrative, exactly.
Fortunately, it kept a diary.
They had bony protrusions running down both sides of their bodies, and during copulation, the male's bony bits stuck to the females like Velcro, which held them together.
Oh, it looks quite sweet, though.
So they had sex sideways. But it didn't really catch on. And the species' descendants then evolved to stop having sex.
Oh.
No creature attempted to have internal sex again for between 20 and 40 million years, as far as they know.
I'm not sure how evolution works. Would it have been one of these fish who just suddenly went, I think I'm going to try this today?
Maybe it started with the lady one laying the eggs and the man one fertilising the eggs. And then one day he saw the eggs coming out and he decided to get ahead of the game.
To beat the others, I think you're probably right. And those that did that passed on their genes more successfully until it got further and further inside.
It looks like they're wearing blindfolds. It's a bit of 50 Shades, isn't it? Yeah, make me want it. What's that? What's that? Oh, it's me male claspers. Oh.
It looks like it's superimposed on an ice lolly.
Yeah, happy face.
Yeah. Anyway, animals first had sex 380 million years ago, then gave it a rest for around 30 million years.
Is the world's longest animal?
Oh. What? The Loch Ness Monster.
I hadn't even thought of that.
Well, I think you need a new guy on the firm.
I'm going to get a thingy, but is it a blue whale?
Yeah,
Thanks for taking that one for the team.
Giraffe.
Is it a jellyfish?
Is it? Did you say jellyfish?
I said giraffe.
So, Series A, which is 20 years ago on QI, the lion's mane jellyfish was indeed the longest.
Yeah, I remember, because it's got tentacles that go on for miles.
We keep discovering new things. So in Series C, it was the bootlace worm, but In 2020, drum roll, let's have a drum roll. OK, here we go. A new siphonophore was found in the deep ocean off the coast of Australia that is 120 metres long.
Siphonophore? Well, that was a brass instrument. One of the big massive ones. I've always got backache on the tube.
Also, how much does length really matter?
This is why you're single. Don't put that on your profile.
Basically, it's a long string of thousands of smaller creatures called zooids, and their only job is to keep the larger creature alive. And some of them propel it along, and some might feed the other animal, others act like the gonads and so on. And they can't live on their own, which is why the large collection is seen as an individual, OK?
A siphonophore? Or what?
It's a phonophore, yeah.
It's in Lord of the Rings.
Lots and lots of little creatures, but because they can't live as individuals, they are seen together as a
like
single...
Tottenham supporters.
So, like...
Can't survive on their own.
It's a siphonophore. What I like is they're found along the coast of Australia and New Zealand, and the locals call them long, stringy thingies.
So, because they're all lots of different things all together, they make one.
Yeah.
Two blue whales mating. What are we talking about now, then? If that went over 120 metres, is that a thing? Because it's two together?
I don't think whales mate end to end. That's the thing.